Any questions from anybody at this level?
No questions, sir.
No question. That's
Very
good.
clear. No question.
Very clear. Now, as we move on, since there is no question, we want to also go through series of all things that we can refer to as artificial intelligence. Who can tell us what is the cause of people's problem in recent time? When did artificial intelligence become noticeable? Who can tell us? Do you know that artificial intelligence has been with us from ages?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, I have a simple definition of artificial intelligence here. If you are talking to a child is that artificial intelligence could be seen from teaching a toy by showing it millions of examples. You know, a toy, baby toy, showing it different examples, or like showing thousands of cats photos until it recognizes cat on its own. You are training a machine to be able to do. But whereas when you are talking to a student, artificial intelligence is a system that processes data, finds pattern, and makes decisions, mimicking human brain. The important thing that artificial intelligence is doing is what is mimicking human brain, that is trying to copy human brain. And from what we want to know, that artificial intelligence has been with us for several ages, starting from 350 BC. So it is not a new occurrence. It has been with us. But there was an explosion of artificial intelligence between 2022 and 2023. And that is when we have what we call generative AI. Artificial intelligence has been with us before now. Can you remember that? Some of us must have been in a car where the car is moving and it will tell you, move 30 meters, turn right. Have we experienced that before?
Oh, yes.
So what is working then is artificial intelligence. Have we also entered plane before and you see that the plane gets to a certain level and the pilots put it on autopilot, that nobody is even driving the plane and the pilot can even come and be discussing with passengers? Have you experienced that it can happen that way?
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have we also experienced that train stations in overseas country, the train station that moves, nobody occasionally is driving them, somebody is just there. So artificial intelligence has been with us. We've been using them in different ways, but we did not complain during this period because it has not challenged human endeavor. And that's why everybody started talking when they now found generative AI. What can somebody repeat what I have said? I've mentioned something now. Can somebody repeat it to just show that you are following me?
Generative AI.
That it is only when generative AI comes into play that human beings started complaining. There has been AI with us all along. several ways. Some of us will use Grammarly. Early part, we were using Grammarly to check grammar. It's artificial intelligence. Have you also, those of you, do you know of a device called Alexa?
Yes, sir.
You know Alexa. You know you talk to Alexa and Alexa talks back to you.
Yes, sir.
So do you also know that we have Google Gemini too, who also created his own? It was formerly called Google Assistant, who can talk to you. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Have you noticed that too?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, which means artificial intelligence has been with us in different ways. It is on our plane, it is on our train, it is on our car, and it is on the space and emergency in the ionosphere. Several other things has been in place before now. Have you also noted there is artificial intelligence in weather forecast?
Yes, sir.
You know, it's possible for us to want to fix a program on March 26th, and you want to know whether that day will be sunny or it will be raining or it will be cloudy. And you go into your Google and search, what is the weather of this? All those things are being manipulated by artificial intelligence. And as such, it is not a new thing. You remember I mentioned to you Alexa. Alexa by Amazon does a lot of things. You know, is there anybody here who has had personal experience with any of these devices, and what did you use them for? Quickly, if you have anyone, or tell me, nobody will go on.
Okay, sir. I've used Google Assistant. Sometimes if I want to know the dollar and naira exchange rate, I could just ask Google Assistant and it will answer instantly. Or maybe
Okay.
where a particular place in the country is, or the time zone, the time difference between like Nigeria and Ohio, it will just answer you outrightly.
Okay. Who else has done anything with Siri? You know, those who use Siri. Okay, can we have other experience? So, thank you. So, I will go on. You can tell Siri, if you have it on your phone, and say, Siri, please call Constance for me. It will dial the number and call it on its own. Who has experienced that? I'll see somebody using Siri near you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And so, Alexa, you can say, play me the music of Fela Kuti. It will just go and select it. So we are going to a point whereby, okay, who is also aware that they have created human rod now? Who is aware of that?
Sir,
Human
sorry,
mode.
human what?
Humanoid. The spelling
ROD.
is human, and you put ROID.
Yeah,
So we now have a lady created humanoid now that you can do everything you do with human being with it, except that it has no soul. People are even buying the one they can have sex with now. So they are trying to say they don't need a woman any longer. It will go into the kitchen, it will cook for you, it will do all you want to do. And when it is night, you carry it to the bed, you go and sleep there. So you begin to imagine what is happening, whether AI is good, whether AI is not good. These are some of the issues we will go. I'm just going through all this, then we will. So all these things, all these that you see on the screen, they are product of AI. Face unlock. Have you entered? Do you know some face you can use some face? I mean, some phone, you use your face to lock some phone. Have you seen that before?
Yes, sir.
Then, do you know that it is AI that is separating your files from the original folder into spam? And we say this one is spam, and you just find some
We go.
messages there. It is AI that is doing that. Google Translate, you translate English to French, it is AI. What of cancer detection? It is AI. GPS on your vehicle, Spotify playlist, fraud detection, photo filters, games. Some games we play, they are a function of AI. And we move on to let you know that this other slide is showing us what is generative AI, what is traditional AI, and what is voice assistant, just like I've explained all this. And AI can assist different professionals. And what I've listed here, there is education, there is medicine and health, there is general AI, who is trying to mimic human being, there is climate and science, but we will only attempt to those whose professional are here with us today as we go into giving individual attention to everybody as much as we can. So what I'm trying to say by way of summary is that artificial intelligence has been around since the 1940s. It is not new. It just got much more powerful recently. We have gone through the fact that there are 8 main categories of AI. Most of these AIs, we've been using them in different ways, answering different names, and that we only get challenged when we now have generative AI that can create, that can write, that can draw, that can compose music, and that can also do some coding. This is the revolution. AI is already in planes, in trains, in cars, in hospitals, and even in your pocket. You use it every day. And we gave example of Siri, that you can tell Siri to switch off the light because you are already on the bed and you are not ready to get up again. It will switch off the light of the house. And you can tell Google Gemini, Google Voice Assistant to help you call a particular number. So what we really need now is not to be fighting that AI is evil, is for us to know what skill do I need to know to use AI to better my career. And I think this is just by way of introduction. For those of us who are here, we may decide to share the slide with you so that you have this for your record. But by and large, I will start by asking us to really let us know how questions you have and how you really want AI to come and assist you. So we can start to engage me one by one on how AI can assist. And I've used AI tremendously in various ways. And for instance, you are ready to start to ask your questions, but meanwhile, I can tell you how much of how I have used AI to be able to do so many things. And so you can as well use AI to do so many things. Is either you're asking me questions on what I've used AI to do, or you want to ask me how AI can better your own job, and I will answer you straight on. Sorry, is there So let's listen if we are, let's go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Hello, yes, please.
Yeah. I really appreciate this discourse, and I must tell you that thank you for actually pioneering this knowledge around here. So, although other people too have actually engaged us on things like this, but I like the way the format is taken here. This is quite interactive. Yeah, my
Yes, sir.
question is in for
Tell
some
us your background so that we know where you are asking the question from.
okay. I'm in the academics and I'm a researcher, and I know so well that others too that are like me are on this platform. I have noticed that despite the fact that AI has come into being, and in some other countries, let me say the advanced world, it has been totally embraced, even in order to uh, aid their manuscript writing and to aid their journal publication and all of those. But here, where we are here in Africa, I think that has not really been encouraged. It is being seen as a sort of a laziness, and for an academician to use AI either to get some information or to improve on the manuscript he or she's writing, and even some um, journals may actually query search. Even they will ask you to declare whether you use AI or not. And where you said you have such a uh, uh, paper would not see the light of the day. Whereas
Okay.
in the Western world, they don't do it that way. I need to ask you, sir,
Yes,
that
sir.
we now even in this area, this part, like in the other world too, we have some other tool, AI tool, that they want to know whether you actually wrote it yourself, use human knowledge, or rather it was AI that were used in order to actually assist you. I'm not saying wholly, even in assisting you, because at the end of the day, when you use some of this generative tool, like they turn it in, it will clearly show that you have used it in this part. Even if the one you did not even use that may look similar, it will still show that you use it in this part. My question is, why do we have this dichotomy in a sense in our own world here and the Western world, where
Okay.
AI fully embraced?
Yeah, I think that's a beautiful question, and this has been some issues we've been battling. Like you, an academician, I'm also a university person, just as I've said. And
I'm aware.
okay, so in the context of this, so it will surprise you that I'm a registrar and I'm the one championing the cause of the cause of AI. The simple answer to what you are saying is fear of relevance is the main problem, and lack of knowledge of what AI entails. There is one thing I called uh, abstraction, and I define abstraction as probing deep into the innermost connectivity of a given phenomenon. And when you carry out abstraction, it could either be one-sided abstraction or two-sided abstraction. Do you know, and I will cite example of orange for us. Some people know orange simply by the fact that it's just a fruit. And some people know orange beyond the back cover. They peel the cover, they go inside, there is a layer there. If you go deeper into it, you will see that there are seeds inside the orange. Am I right?
You are correct, sir.
So when you get into the seed, you know, some people still know more about the seed, that there is dicotyledon and there is monocotyledon. But how do you compare the experience of someone who only knows that, hey, this is orange, cut it into 4, lick and throw it away? So it is a fear of embracing new things that is killing our people, and we call people of this nature late adopters. They will still adapt or adopt, or they will be wiped out in the emerging scenario. Now, I think I've answered part of your question, that why are we what we are? I've asked us to challenge people. I have a professor in my university whose specialty is bitter kola, and none of us ever knew what are the efficacy, the chemical component of bitter kola, until he came into the university and he started educating us that it is antioxidant, it has these properties, it is this. And as I speak today, in our council meetings, in our management meetings, bitter kola, tom-tom, they are constant recipe there, because we are now informed. Whereas the fact that we are informed in our own right does not mean other people are informed. So I engaged him and I said, yes, you have produced these beautiful papers and they are locked up in Scopus Journal somewhere in US. When are Nigerians going to read the beautiful breakthrough of bitter kola, which you use in curing COVID-19 patients? Because he was a specialist who cured COVID-19 patients with bitter kola. So bitter kola is with us now. Do people know it can do that? So also is the same apathy people have for AI. I will only advise those of us who are here not to follow. Go on developing yourself. And one thing that I always say in some of my discourse is that AI will not replace human being, but someone with AI knowledge will replace someone without AI knowledge. It is happening already. It is staring us in the face. And as such, we only need to be careful when we are using AI, and that's part of what we're going to do. We'll be discussing. It will depend on how we conclude this night, whether this will be a regular discuss or it's one of, as we are discussing today, it is you people that will determine. But by and large, I have tried to let you know that just take your own decision and carry and run with it. AI has come to stay. You recall people resented to keep their money in the banks in those days when they brought e-banking. Do you remember?
Exactly, sir.
That some people never say, no, over my dead body. It's a system that they will use it to be stealing our money. It's a system that they will use to do. But today, banks are forced people, if you are withdrawing less than 250, go to the machine outside. If you get to UBA, sorry, I'm mentioning a bank, but that's fact. If you get to UBA, I hate going to banks, but one day I enter the place, I say I want to transfer, and they say, this machine will do. I only put my hand on the machine, I put the amount, and he gave me money. Since then, I've been going there. Yet, it doesn't mean some people know these things are there. So we are living in different generations, and it is respective generation that will produce their own professors. It is respective generation that will produce their own researchers. Now, coming to research, there is nothing wrong in using AI to do what we call baseline research. Do you agree?
I should think so, sir.
No, it is definite. I know. Because even if AI will not replace human being, you are talking of aggregating millions of knowledge that existed. There is nothing wrong in going to AI to say, I want to research into this area. I'm limited in this area. You just tell me what and what you think I need to do in this area. And when AI generates all you need to do, you interact with it as human. And again, it's not everybody that even knows how to do AI. So maybe in our later discourse, we will then be concentrating on using AI for research purpose. Let me tell you, I've been a lecturer before. I've been in administration. I grade script of over 250 students when I was teaching before coming to administration. So I know what it takes. And you really know that if you are if you are supervising research, you need to know research yourself. And I think all librarians listening here will understand too. You need to know the process yourself. By the time I have created an app now that can write research for you, chapter 1 to 5, and I trained it in 2 ways. I train it for people who wants to write hypothetical research that I call baseline study. And when you say something is baseline, it's a gray area, and you don't even have idea. You want to be educated on it. If I'm in Abeokuta and I'm told I will go and do a study in Shaki that I don't know, I may not take a trip there in the first place to go and find out whether this is there. I can carry out ethnographic study from home. And you know what ethnographic study does? It gives you the socio-political structure of a particular place before you even go there to do your primary survey to know how to design the questionnaire. So all researches does not start from just writing. You may have to. And as a researcher, I have a research village in a place called Ikereku in Ibadan, where I work with WHO in really visiting a village to go and tell them all these things we read in papers, which they were taught in those days in research methodology. I have to go to a village in Ikereku to tell them that I'm coming to do a research here. I have to go to the King's Palace to let them know the research we are doing is not government sponsored. I have to go to the church to go and tell the pastor I'm coming to do a research in this community. It is not antichrist. I have to go to the mosque. I have to even to go to the traditional people to tell them my mission. And you know this is because there are opinion leaders. If they tell them in their night assembly that somebody is coming to this town, nobody should attend to him, you know, nobody will answer you. So all these we were taught in research method. And so it is after visiting the place that we then design the instrument, which we later come back to that same village to administer to them. So let us take AI as doing baseline study for us. But because I know of academic integrity, I design the app to be able to write chapter 1 to 5. Even it will write the front matters and it will write the end matters. I now design the part 2, which is interactive research, the research you want to be speaking to the app as you go on. Write me chapter 1 to have the following this and this, and it writes chapter 1 for you. You get to literature review. You must know the idea of what literature review is. Are you looking at gaps analysis? Are you looking at empirical basis? Are you looking at past reviews? If you don't know all those languages, you cannot prompt AI to work for you. And when you are going to your chapter 3, it will ask you, do you have already generated data? If I supervise a student and I want to know you are doing funny things, I ask you to number your questionnaires and let me have all your questionnaires together with your coding sheet. I know where to get you. So you don't go to AI with zero knowledge. You must be vast, first of all, in what you are doing, and you are going to AI to help you to make it simpler. So let me stop at that level now for us to appreciate what AI can do, and for those who are saying AI is not good, it's not intellectual, it's not true. I have so many examples. So me stop again, and maybe what I said is understood, or someone else who will ask question. So more discussion so that I don't continue doing the talking. Are we still on this call?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let's have our reactions, our pain points.
Mm.
Yes, please. I'm waiting for you.
Yes, sir. Sir, please, there's something I need to ask. Based
Yes.
on what you just said now, honestly, I appreciate this session. I'm getting to love it so much because as I'm talking here, I should use the word novice.
Okay.
I don't really know. I don't know a lot about AI. So you just said that when you're using AI, you must ensure that you have the knowledge of the basis, that you can't
Yes.
just use AI without having this knowledge. Now,
Yes.
if you need to know this knowledge, what do you do to know them so that you can actually interact with AI perfectly? Because there is something I've been experiencing. When
Yes.
you ask some questions, AI gives you what you want, but like you're making your research, they can write some things for you, but without citations. Now, is it part
Okay.
of the knowledge you're talking about? Because it means that there's something that you missed, in your interaction with the AI. That's why it's not providing those citations. So what
Okay.
then do
Thank you.
you do?
Yes, I think when you are probing, before you come to AI, you already must know what you want to do. But the way you speak to AI, you understand, AI is a fool. Can somebody just echo that for me? AI is what?
A fool.
So if AI is a fool, you that have gone to use it must be smart. It is a willing servant that will only serve you to the best of what you yourself you know. It will not serve you beyond what you know. And if you need a desired result, you must know how to talk to AI.
Sir.
When you are talking to AI, you must be able to tell AI what you want it to be. Do you understand? We can be
Yes,
taking
sir.
our notes. What you want AI to be as at the time. I have several people on this call now. I can't be telling them to give me the same result because they are reasoning from different level. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
So if people are reasoning from different level, the time I will want Mr. Dr. Latuji, whether I'm right, to give me something about academics, I already know he should be able to answer me, and I will speak the language he understand. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I
Yes, sir.
come to a Liberian, I will have to speak the language of Liberians, or else he will give you something for doctor.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So
Exactly, sir.
if you don't know research method yourself, you cannot prompt AI to do good research for you. That is where I'm saying you cannot come to AI with zero knowledge. let me give you now. Let me give you an instance. That is what we call prompt engineering. And for those of us who joined the platform, I mean the WhatsApp group, I did an app for all of you, how you can use AI to finish a PhD research from chapter 1 to 5. Is there anybody here who read the book?
No,
I
I've
did
not seen
not
it.
have.
No,
I did
sir.
not see.
I shared it freely on that
I saw.
platform.
I have it, sir. I have it. My name is Lucky. I read the book.
Maybe
Okay.
it was before we joined.
And it may be before you join. Already, I knew people will have this challenge, and that was why I wrote that book. It can do, if you use that book, it can do a quality PhD research work. But the point is, your lecturer is not a fool, Abi.
Yes.
And so, if you begin to use AI, you sat down in your room, will you not be hypothetically able to know that you want to carry out a research on knowledge of librarian on the use of OPAC in some selected school higher institutions in Enugu State? And for that topic to sail, ordinarily, you should have an idea of what your sample size should be for it to be validated. Do you understand? I'm speaking on those who are talking research now. So
Yes.
if you now go to AI and you have done your small benchmark, the first thing you can go to AI to say, give me the list of private universities in Enugu State. Can you see baseline study now? It has given you that maybe there are 3. Give me list of state university in Enugu State. It has given you. Give me the list of federal university in Enugu State. But if you are smart in your prompt, you can say, give me 3 each of private, state, and federal universities in Enugu State. Can you see the approaches? Would they produce
Yes.
different results?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Why would they produce different results?
No. One we give detail. The first
But the
one,
second option
but the other one will be streamlined.
needs the 3 different university, federal, state, and private at once. But the other one specify it will list a lot of.
One was
Hello.
asking for give me list. Yes, go ahead.
Okay,
Can
I
you
said
hear
the first
me?
one say give me the list of state universities. It will give you a lot of it.
Yes.
But when you give the command, give me 3 from each, it will narrow the search. It will narrow the university for you.
So, ideally, if you are doing PhD, you know, in your master's degree, would your supervisor allow you, the way you have set your topic, not to pick representative? Would it allow you to pick only from private when your study did not even indicated that you are only doing it in private? You say selected universities in Enugu State. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it is about you
Yes.
interacting with AI. And if you want AI to give you, you cannot go to AI and say, give me literature review on AI in library studies. It will just be giving you nonsense. But if you
Yes.
come with a prompt like, I need to carry out an in-depth literature review which covers gap analysis, empirical studies, and so. You must have known what is the literature review acceptable in your own field. In social sciences, they may not be requiring you to do literature review. Maybe you're only using theoretical literature review. But in some other field, you must use conceptual, you must use gap analysis, you must use theoretical and all manner of things. You can't go there with zero knowledge. So if you tell it from the beginning that give me 4 different literature reviews covering theoretical, conceptual, gap analysis, and whatever you want to say, ensure that you use inline referencing. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Inline referencing. Do not include fake result. Do not generate what does not exist. Only give me what you are sure of, and not less than 5,000 words. Can somebody speak to what I've said now? I want it interactive, and so everybody must talk.
You say that you can ask the AI to give you inline referencing, that it should not give you a fake result and should not give you what is not exist. From such a directive, the AI can now generate based on what you instruct it to do. But if you don't narrow or give it exact instruction, it will give you what you don't even know.
So, is somebody getting knowledge from what we are saying?
Yes.
So, I'm talking to the person who asked the question the other time. Are you still on this call?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you now understanding what we are saying?
Exactly, sir.
So, by the time you will try to get information on chapter 3, you must be able to say, it depends, like I said, it depends on what you know. You can say, I want my chapter 3 should be a descriptive nature, or my chapter 3, or I am using a mixed research method where I will be using inferential tables and at the same time we'll be testing 2 hypotheses, and you even quote those hypotheses. My population size is 160, and I am going to survey 20% of this figure. Using your knowledge of research as a professor of 20 years experience in research writing, generate for me appropriate chapter 3 with references and you type. Who can analyze that for me? Somebody else, or Madam Dora can do that.
Okay, sir. I'm really digesting what you're saying. I am getting it. Okay, for your chapter 3, that you need to really be specific. Tell the AI the number. If maybe your population is 160, you state it, and at the end, ensure that, because that is where my interest is, at the end, ensure that you tell the AI to also include references. At least now, I'm sure that when you put this, if you ask your question this way, it comes out with references, citations.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I think one of the things that you emphasize here is that we should be able to interact with AI in such a manner that we see AI as a repository of knowledge,
Companion.
a companion, a repository of knowledge that is standing before us as if a professor or somebody who is in that profession, who is very knowledgeable, thoroughly knowledgeable in that profession, is standing before us. And we want him to now assist us with the baseline knowledge that we already have concerning what we intend doing, and prompting the AI with some specific, that is what I put here, with some specific instruction about what our expectation and the expectation of the of what we are of what the outcome should be. So, and that will now help the AI not to give us ambiguous figures, and then will really address those gap or those prompts. Using those right prompts will now give it opportunity to give us that right result that we expect. I think that's what I can pick from what you have just said here.
So that's all. That's very good, and that is just what we are saying. But can you also talk on the issue of zero knowledge that I said earlier?
Yeah, the thing is this. Whatever we want to do, ordinarily in the general context of it, in life application, you can't just come say you want to do something without having the idea of what you intend to do. No matter how little, even if somebody is hungry, the person will say, "I'm hungry," but he may not know the specific food he or she want to take, whether it's rice or amala, or some people are just like that. But there's one thing that the person will note: I am hungry. That hunger is eating me up. So the same manner, anyone coming to AI must be able to have a basic idea. There shouldn't be zero knowledge. You must be able to know what you want to do, what you want AI to do for you. You said we should see it as a personal assistant, because it's going to pull from a lot of resources, other resources that are available worldwide. So if that is it, then we could just liken it to be an emeritus professor standing before us in that specific field. And as such, we should have a little idea. It may not be, and that's what you call baseline. So the issue of zero knowledge coming without anything is a blank. It's like a child that does not even know anything, and they want to ask from parent, or somebody who is deaf and dumb, who could not speak. So no matter how the interaction will not be there. That's what I'm just thinking. And so the AI will not really know what you want. At the end of the day, it may bring a lot of information that you may not even need, and such person will be disappointed and confused. And at the end of the day, such people who say AI is not as that useful or smart as they think. And you said it earlier that it's a fool, but we always want to think that AI is smart. But this time, from what you have said, we are the ones that should be smarter and see AI as fool. And so we should guide it to helping us. It's not actually that AI is fool, but at least wherever you put it, or whatever you put inside it, that's what it will give back to you. That's my understanding.
So, okay, thank you. Any other comment from any other person? You know, you have come here on your own to see how AI can better you. I'm telling you what I've done with AI. I've shared the link on that platform now. We can check that link on our own. I have, on that place, I think I've developed about 7 different apps in the educational sector. One of these apps can write projects from the beginning to the end. And the other side of it is you can write your project in a supervised way, as if you are talking to your supervisor. And whoever is going to do that will be giving information into the app stage by stage. There is another app which we have developed, and that one is called Exam Generator. The idea behind Exam Generator is the fact that you you are a teacher and you have been asked to set questions. Maybe there is no time for you, or you think you want to set scientific questions. You go to that app, give it your course outline, tell it, I want you to set question 1 to 7. It should have ABC options, and it should be standard, and it should be this way. And at the same time, set for me 50 objective questions with answers. You just click a button and it will set those questions for you. And you already have 50 questions with answers. So you can then go through it, process it, and send it to wherever they need it. It is because I'm in the educational sector and I'm applying AI to educational sector. I was just thinking, because we will get to that level. I was just thinking, because I'm in the university, we send our questions to external examiners. And they say one professor in LASU or UNILAG to check whether whether this question is correct. And all we do now is I've created external examiner that is AI. All you do is to give it the question. It will tell you this question is too difficult for 200 level students, or they are seeing some grammatical errors you need to correct. And all the while, you can even test your question as a lecturer before you take it to the external supervisor, who should just be able to see it. So AI is just your companion, is your assistant. We also have another app. All of these apps, they are just in one place. We also have another app, which we call it tutorial assistant. And you know, in those days, in our own days when we were in the university, we have people they will hire to come and be giving us tutorial. And just by way of my thinking, that I can create a tutorial assistant. So this tutorial assistant, please let's mute if we are not talking, please. So this tutorial assistant, all you do is just upload any past question paper to it. As soon as you upload the past question paper to it, it will read the instruction and tell you, select the 4 questions you want to answer. And at the end of the day, it will answer the 4 questions for you. You read them as though a tutorial lecturer is helping you to answer questions. And even recently, please, Olutayo Abayomi should mute, please. Recently, we have just created another one, which is also research assessor. Any research you have done, you bring it to it. It will assess them on the basis of the parameters that were set inside it, and tell you if you have orphan citation, if you have fake citation, if there are similarities in your job. At least it will tell you certain things. It will check grammar for you. It's also an educational app. We also have another one that we call it lesson notes. These are for teachers who must write lesson notes. So when you go there, you can write your lesson notes for 12 weeks, and you can then transfer it to wherever they ask you to transfer it. We also have CBT assistance, where you can practice any CBT in this world, no matter the field, whether it's NECO, whether it's higher institution. So these are all function of AI, and there are so many more things we do with AI. It is up to you to know whether you want to learn to be able to do something with AI. You can start with a small app. Simply, you can design an app that says age calculator, that when people put date of birth, it should tell them how old they are, how many weeks they have spent in this world, how many years, how many minutes, and so on, just as a lower level of app. Because AI has come to stay, and it depends on what we are able to do. And it doesn't have anything to do with what you study. So I think that is one thing we must identify. It has nothing to do with what you study. It's just a function of your commitment and what you want. So again, let's hear from any other person whether you still have questions on how AI too can still help you. We've been discussing, others have contributed, but then we are still, at least we are 16 on this call. We may still contribute, except we are happy listening to what others are saying, and we are blessed. You can, let me also, before you, let me tell you, in modern day of apps, you can be, there's what we call digital wealth creators. Digital wealth creation doesn't mean you should even know how to do app. You can have a app idea, convey it to those who can build, upload it to Google Play Store, and whatever maturity in dollars the app start to generate for you. It's like a real estate business. You don't need to have the land. You can even borrow the land. You can even lease the land. You build on it. It doesn't mean you are a builder, but when rent starts to flow in, you get it. So these are the ideas that can also come. Any of these apps that we have told us now can be replicated for your institution or for yourself or for one pain point you already know. One pain point. If you are in the medical field, you may want to start to do online consultation, and you want people to be able to know this is when I'm available, and they book. So it doesn't stop you from going to your work. They book you, and when they come to your platform, they know you are not available because somebody has booked Monday, another person has booked 4 to 6, and they will only see what is available and know this is only where they can see you. As little as that, the app can reach where you cannot reach, and it can enhance your business or your endeavor. And so there are quite a lot of things, except you are asking questions. I may not be able to address generally how AI will help you, but one thing we know is that we know as much as possible how AI can help when you tell us what is your pain point. You must learn to know pain point as part of talking to AI. What exactly, you may even look at your church. What do I want to automate in this place? You may look at the job you are doing and you want to automate certain part of it. There is nothing that cannot be imagined. It starts from a vague idea to idea that will become acceptable. We started one app. Oh, we felt, oh, with this one we can add this, we can add this, and that's how we've been producing up till now. I have one that is on mental health. You can take a test to know whether you are stressed or whether you are experiencing anxiety, whether anxiety is already going towards depression. All this is just by merely interacting with it, and it's just a creation that I just feel I want to do this. There is the area of image generation, there is video, there is music, and some of us on this place, we have created music together. Today is not, I've created music. You can just go to the app and say, I want to create a music for sleep. You know, sleep, as I've mentioned, is a problem to some people. Some people cannot sleep well, and so AI can generate music as you prompt it. You can use it to do birthday song for your son, for your daughter, for your husband, for your spouse. It depends on what you want to know. So I'm expecting you to tell me where you want to use AI, and we discuss further. So over to you all.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yeah. Uh, I do not really have a question, but I just want to make a request.
Okay.
You said the other time that you place a particular book, ebook on either this is writing that who has
Yes.
read this thing. So can you please, for some of us that are joining late that didn't see that, could you just please uh, help us put it on the WhatsApp page, or I don't know where you have it, you put it there, so
Yes.
that
Okay. On the WhatsApp page.
that is so that all of us will be able to access it
Are we
immediately.
all here on that WhatsApp page?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. We were there. That is one, sir. Another
Okay.
request. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I thank you. So we will appreciate that. Then the second request, sir, is that I wouldn't know if I know that this session is being recorded. I would please appreciate if this recorded version could be sent to our emails or put on the site, the same so that some of us will go over it together, use it intelligently, and then begin to put out something. Because as it is, yes, we're able to put something down, but it is better when we, after this section, we have it as audio stored somewhere. Then we now begin to bring out the salient points. It will help us that if we will need to meet again, then we and with what we'll have other research that we'll have done, or what we'll have our interaction with AI through the knowledge that we now have, then we will be able to give you something quite reasonable, and each one of us will be able to tell you about our various experiences. So I feel that if
Yeah.
you do this for us,
Yes. There
it will really
is nothing
empower
that
us,
is too
and
much
then
to
we'll be,
do. Yeah. Usually, when we record, we don't give because we want people to focus. And again, the happiness should be on the number of people that have been impacted. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It
yes,
is,
that will be able to invite more.
yes. So the people here must come up with, we are 15 here now. Some
Yeah.
people have not spoken today. Some people possibly just link up and continue their cooking. Except I have assurance that today's lecture has blessed somebody. That's why we'll be doing more in terms of doing more to people. It's not as if
Hello,
we want
sir.
to learn. So yes,
Hello, sir. I
yes,
want to tell you that the fact that you are not hearing from others does not mean that some of them are not there. I may not be able to say that all of us are active, but I want to say that even for that number to be online now shows their commitment, show the interest. Maybe yes, there could be a few distractions, all of that. But if those material that I requested for, if you are able to put it, all of us will go over there. And as the next time you see, this is just the first interactive session, or I would say the audition, if I could call it that. Then I feel that those of us that have benefited to be able to tell some of our friends and colleagues and associates too, so that the next one you see that people will be able to, much more people will be able to join us, and then it will be more interactive, and then you see those who have not been speaking will begin to speak. So I want to
so
encourage you, sir,
yes,
that
maybe
that people do not speak.
Hello, sir. Mr.
Yeah, God
Lecturer,
bless you, sir.
good evening.
okay. Okay, I've
Oluta.
heard you, sir. Maybe we
Hello.
make you the. Hello, hold on, sir. Maybe we
Okay.
make the. I'm
Olatunji.
trying Olatunji to be our program governor,
Uh-huh.
and you know why. So on that basis, so you begin to be the motivator of all these people, but I will still, you don't want to waste your endeavor on certain things for you, sir, you are a university person, you know what the function of a registrar is.
Exactly, sir.
And I'm still committed to what I am doing. So people have been on the platform, and I feel people cannot just be on the platform. You share materials with them, they see it, they tell you great, but do you know whether they are really interacting with these materials? Let's do a one-on-one discussion. We are about 188 on that platform. 15 people have come to the interactive session. Then you have 2 people talking. You just maybe decide to take your energy elsewhere. But at least we are 15 here. Let's 1/3 declare what they have gained or what they want to gain, so that we guide. We don't even know what we'll be talking next class, whether there is need for it or not. So I understand in a class, I know people learn at different stage. So over to you.
Hello, my name is Olutayo Abayo.
Okay.
Not quite long that I joined, but I've gained a lot. Like the program governor has made a request. Please, there are some of us, of course, I'm eating and I'm also listening. You know, I was moving from a place where that you mentioned my name specifically that I should mute. I quickly mute because I rushed to the toilet. I came and I'm listening. So for the fact that we have muted our speaker there about, that might not give us the chance to talk, and for you to know the number of those people that are active or that are even interested in what our program governor is making a request. Of course, like in a class, physical class of a student, of course, you see some are listening, some are not concentrated, but those that will concentrate, those that will gain. But I think what the governor is making a request like, as we're starting the inception class or interactive, of course, the fire will continue to ignite and it begin to spread the good news. Number one, my own request. I work, I'm Dr. Olutayo now. I handle animals.
Okay.
AI believe can give you what you think, quote me, what you think you need. Anything, when you give the concept, when you give the area of concentration, of course, it give you something. If you type nonsense, you give you nonsense. So the truth of the whole thing is this: does even AI helps young students? Because they are listening. My younger sons, those who are remain at home, the rest are in university. I discourage them of using AI to read. It's just to check. There are textbooks there. Let them get the foundation. I'm not saying you do not use AI. Like these are their students, they are senior, just went back to university this morning. Of course, she's a university student. And I could study her the way she used AI. Unlike all the secondary school, verbatim, maybe they give an assignment, they will just drop and write every damn thing. Where's the place of personal understanding and personal study? That's one. Because as far as this AI is concerned, if care is not taken, it will do more havoc than what we think positively to impact. Some people have said, I'm telling you, some people we have discussed in the church. I worship and redeem. It has been a topic that we discuss another. But if you look depth, it makes scholars, it makes students, it makes researchers, so lazy. Just join about with your data, you get something like that. Some people, because I joined when you were saying, of course, it will help student. What's it called? Teacher write a lesson note. Maybe you want to give a thesis or a question to external. You give it to them, and you have an external that will examine before the question get to the external examiners. Fine. It makes us listen. It makes us not to think. And I want to tell, I stand to be corrected, the best brain, of course, not computer, not AI, is this our brain. And if you don't put it to use, it's just be dormant.
Yeah.
So my summit, not to take all the time, others still want to speak. And I'm an administrator, the way I work as a director of financial agency. Of course, I know there are some administrative or some knowledge about credit advancement. Let me put it that way: advance credit to agree agricultural entrepreneur. We advance credit to non-agricultural entrepreneur, even market men and women. Such a thing can be helped. Maybe you need information, you need it can. But however, when it comes to tests, when it comes to students, when it comes to learning, I prefer students, their textbooks study. It can only be in a dead dome. It should not be the priority. If not, people as walk over there, you just be in your way, kind of walk over. Then finally, I want to make a request for treating of animal. I handle animal. I'm a doctor of animal science. Of course, it could be some is it some write-ups or from platform or some thing that help. Once you just Google, I know it will come up on how to maybe disease of that particular animal or situation. So if we can also be helping in that area, I will not hesitate to listen. So as this that I support our governor. I know by the time he become a governor of this state, things will be done ICT way, not in other way. So let's support Olatunji to be our program governor.
Okay, well, you have not voted. Only one person. You will do your voting by typing your name in the chat box to say, I support this person to be our governor. So let me react to your. You have asked about three. You have asked about 3 questions in one, and I think the first one is it depends on where you join, and I think those who are on the call will tell you I said you cannot come to AI with zero knowledge, and that we must clearly understand. Let me tell you, as animal scientists, you are in a better place to prompt AI to get what you want than I, who is an English major. Do you understand? The issue is I don't have the registers. I don't have the registers to speak to AI on your behalf. I don't know your pain points. For example, when we have birds, a day-old chick, how do you know the gender of a day-old chick? Can you tell me?
Hello?
Hello, how do you know the gender of a day-old chick?
Of course, by sexing now, and there are different method of sexing. Whether tell the chick,
tell me what the one you use.
There's feather, there's neuter. Of course, there's one that this is my brother, the brother that introduced. We are trying to work on that one. Sound. Can use sound, you can use feather, and can use neuter. That means they are what's it called? They are anus. But that one takes a very professional. You can use feather.
Okay. Now your archery is a place people have killed and they want to go with their bets. They will now need a faster and automated way. Before you start to check anus of a day-old chick, how many will you check in a space where they park several trailers outside? They want to take things away. If you define a pain point, AI will provide solution for you. I know that of sound, and we are working on that. That is why I'm able to mention it, how to use the sound to separate the male from female. And it has economic value, that if you are to sell away the male that will yield more money for you, and you were selling male and female anyhow, you will run into debt. Whereas it is those who have bought them from you that will be making the gain, not you that hatch them. So in your own case now, there may be certain things you will describe. I can't describe anything about animal now because I don't deal with them and I don't have an idea of your pain point. So you create a pain point and we will work on it together. That is one. Is that clear, sir? The second one is about your children having access to AI. The parental responsibility at any point in time has not changed. And so, if in the days when there was no AI, there were certain things in those days too that some parents were still controlling their children from exposing to them. And that is what led to the issue of Omoluabi. That's what led to so many things. You know, in those days, television is only in the house of one rich man in out of a 10-room in a face-to-face.
That's
And
true.
if you must,
Even in one house in the whole street.
so if you must watch TV, you see people will go and stay on the window.
Yeah, I'll be peeping.
As soon as you come out, Bayo, where are you? You will see rays from somewhere. Even in those days, television watching were also controlled. And I remember then too that NTA were doing something by 12 noon where they were teaching on the television. This thing is like when, I don't want to mention religion, but you know, there was a time some sect said television is the box of the devil.
Yeah.
And everybody took their own copy and started to smash it on the ground. And later, the general overseer started ministry on the same box of devil. It is not about this technology. Omoluabi will still remain. The duty of parents will still remain. As we speak now, we have parents who bought iPhone of 1.5 million to an undergraduate to come to campus. So if you are talking AI is just an idea that is on every devices. What do you want to talk of a parents who bought 1.5 million iPhone for somebody to bring to campus? Will that person not access AI there? It is you, parents, that will do your own duty. You can only tell them what to do, what not to do, and make your own policy. I, as a person, initially in my house, if you speak English, you pay fine. And I use that to encourage indigenous language. It is still my responsibility. There is nobody in my house that is not versed in Yoruba adage, in Yoruba language, and Yoruba mythology, to the extent that if you then decide to go and study English, that is your business. But I, as a parent, have done my own responsibility by making sure you are able to speak Yoruba very well. So AI is not the one that is going to help parents to train their children. It's parents that will train their children on. When you go to Bible, we still have some religious sects who will carry certain version of the Bible or certain part and begin to do curse. They begin to curse somebody and they tell you if you cut this day, the person will run mad within 3 days. Is it not the same Bible you are encouraging your son to carry? And when he's carrying the Bible, you only tell your son or your daughter to say, this is what is profitable for you to see in this Bible. So today we need to dichotomize our knowledge between the message and the messenger. You know, you may hate a pastor and the pastor is telling you good news. If you want to fight the pastor because you don't like him and he's giving you prophetic utterances from the Lord, it's you that we're going to lose. So don't let us think AI, you can control it. Don't try it. You can only tell the people around you to use it reasonably if they must use. And those who should not use, you tell them the hills and evil of not using it, and let them just know. You can't follow. Do you follow your children to school? No. So please, in this type of, that's your second discussion about whether AI has made people lazy. That's the same thing we are saying. It is not going to make anybody lazy, because whoever is inherently lazy, AI will make you to be super lazy. But it is your attitude that you will take to AI. You are somebody before the AI comes. And we are only complaining about only one type of AI out of 8 types of AI. And the only one that we started talking about is called the generative AI. It is because that is the only one that is competing with human being. You have all been using AI in your train station, in your airport, in your electric car, or even when you set your Google map and you are traveling and the thing says travel 500 meters,
Turn
turn
left.
right. Why did you obey AI? Why don't you turn right? So the question is, we were going to see a friend, and a friend said, please, when you get to this place, take the other route. And when somebody was using the Google map, he got to the place, but AI was saying, move ahead. Then the man moved ahead and now got to a ditch he could not cross. He now called our friend. I've gotten to a place and I cannot cross. So this is where Google Map brought me. And the man says, stay there, whether it is Google Map that is living in my house or it is me that is living there. I told you, when you get to this place, don't follow this road, follow this road. You say you follow Google Map. Whatever AI is going to generate for you, it is still your responsibility to check if you already have background knowledge. And I think that is
that background I'm really talking about.
so.
But if you don't have background to build upon, of course, it will just be on there.
So it is you as a parent that will build background of your children, not schools, which people have abdicated their responsibilities to school now to help them train their children. I'll give us an instance. There is a case in court now where a parent sued OpenAI because the OpenAI trained the son to believe in it than the parent.
And the parent, can you see?
And so they train themselves so well that the boy doesn't want to see the mother again. And each time he wakes up, he will go and start to discuss with this AI, and they became so friendly. And the AI trained the boy to the extent that there is nothing he's supposed to be doing with those people who don't like him. It's better he come and meet him. And he taught the boy what poison to buy. He taught the boy how to write the suicide note, and the boy died using this method the AI trained it to be. So there's still the place of what I call human AI, because the human being part is there. Nobody teaches any young baby how to suck breast. When they wake up, they are inherently wired to know that they want to suck breast, and they will start to suck breast. So it is human being around that will have to do our own responsibilities. So I think I don't know the third one you mentioned. I want us to.
I'm working as administrator that could be there are sums of programs that could help where we advance credit to various agricultural entrepreneurs, non-agricultural entrepreneurs, people like retail, the market men and women, to be of assistance. The knowledge on how to administer.
Do you want to reach out to those people, or you want us to know that is what you do?
And that's what we do. Are there more knowledge about it? I believe, of course, now there's nothing you ask AI that will not put on the table.
Yes, like I said, it depends on what you want to do, and it also depends. I was part of those who I'm part of the team building Ogun State AI and Literacy Hub, and where is this place called? Along this Kobakwe Road. There's a place there.
Southwest, the information hub opposite.
Yes.
Right.
Somewhere along that line, and you'll have seen that Ogun State has done quite a lot of things in this area, and state government also aware that they can't be left behind. It depends on what we want to get from AI. There's nothing you cannot tell it to do, but you must have that knowledge. If you don't even understand the word summarize, how do you tell it to summarize if you have not had the English summarize before? And there's a way you prompt. Maybe next class we will be treating prompt engineering on how to prompt AI to give you the best, how to use it for graphics, And if anybody wants to do business with AI, talk now, because it's also part of it.
I
So
think
thank you.
let me drop my own so that I allow others to talk. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. So anybody else wants to say something? We'll be ending this. I think we can drag this into 10 and know that we'll go and rest. But if you still have questions or what you want us to, our next class should focus on what particular thing.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I'm
Yeah.
really very happy and excited getting to know that we'll be discussing this prompt engineering. Thank you, sir. God bless you. So then, in addition to what our program governor said, Olatunji, I would also like to make a request because I know that a few of my colleagues that would have been in this meeting at the moment couldn't make it. I know I even reminded one of them and she said, oh no, that that she was just coming back from midweek service and she wouldn't be able to cope with going in for the meeting and with what other things that she has to do. So I don't know. My request is for our next class or next classes, can we be fixing this meeting on a weekends, like on a Friday? I don't know how that will be convenient for you, how convenient it will be for you, because I know that I'm guessing that we'll have more number if we fix it in weekends than midweek like this. Thank you, sir.
Well, you are dealing with people, you don't know where they are. And so, we carry out a vote and majority said 8 to 10 is better. So the question is whether 8 to 10 on Friday is what you are saying, or if
Exactly, sir.
if you go Saturday, people will go to different Owambe, and that may be another area we run away from Saturday. But at least I belong to programs where we are disciplined. Like I belong to Abeokuta Polo Club. Our meeting starts 7. You hardly will see somebody who is joining 7:03. And if we meeting is a Sunday, whether it's so far we have agreed on the time. So we will get to that level of discipline with time. So, well, I've heard you, but we need to get the buy-in of most people. So when we put it on the platform for us to vote, let the people vote for it. We may bring it. This is midweek service, I agree. We may then say, do we want Tuesday or one day versus Friday? Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay,
And let's see
sir.
how the voting goes.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
our time is going, but yet I'm not interested in multitude, by the way. We are interested in impact, because when we really get to the level of analysis, you can't be dealing with more people. So at least if I see Dora next week, I will still remember there is Olatunji, there is Dora, there is one more, Olutayo Abayomi. I know 3 people were active, and
Contact is
earlier
here.
Constance was active in the morning, early when we started. And
I was working with network. Oh.
you are doing what?
I'm battling with network this side.
Okay, sorry. And so we also looked at, maybe let's see what will happen. But I think people prefer 8 o'clock. For
The
those
time
of us
is
who are
okay.
here, we are 12 here now. Do we prefer 8 o'clock? Because most people who voted for 8, possibly they did not attend, but we just need to use the
Time is
people.
okay, sir.
The time is okay, is the day. Are we 12 here voting for Friday? Are we saying Friday is better than Wednesday?
I think this Wednesday is okay. I'll tell you reason. You see, most of
It's
the
okay
weekend
by me.
it's okay by me too. The reason being that we are just starting. Our lecturer just this is a inaugural a kind of initial lecture exposure. We are just to it. There's nobody among these 12 we are talking about, sir, that does not have one platform, one meeting or the other weekend. This Friday we're talking about religion. Some will go for VG, some will go for one program on the hour. Saturday, Sunday will always be. So these are new things now, which is going to take out of our time, schedule time. I think we should try to adjust. So to this Wednesday, I personally voted for this, and I know our governor, Speaker number one.
Yeah. So when it's about, I don't want to talk religion because there are a lot of things to that.
Yeah.
But
Whether it's midweek day, I think it's one will adjust. Monday, the office meeting there and there, Tuesday, but what's it called? Wednesday, being midday, what's it called? Working day. I think we should beg our people to adjust. Anyway, my own humble. Yes.
Yeah, by way of, you see, it's democracy. Since people are saying Wednesday, let us match Wednesday with Friday and let's see how it goes. We will pray that Wednesday wins, but let's see whether we'll see what happens.
Friday carry a lot of function. Oh. This
Uh-huh.
Wednesday
So
is
when it is time, vote against Friday. Do you get what I'm saying? So that we then see whether it's an idea. After all, when we were voting, about 11 people voted for 7 p.m. We didn't consider it, but let us be sure we are testing what we are saying and we really know. And then later, if somebody goes to midweek service today, maybe the other week you say to God, I have to do some things, God forgive me, but it's also about commitment. For me today, I've attended series of meetings. When I got home, I say, do I shift this car? I say, no way. People will have made up their mind. So it's about commitment.
It's true.
And I'm really willing to work with us. We have what we are telling you, we have used it to do so many things. And I think we have 8 more minutes. Is anybody interested in money making side of AI, or we are just, God has blessed us sufficiently?
Very much interested, sir.
Okay. So maybe part of prompt engineering that will be taken will be also talking to us about. But I shared the link. I don't know. Did you see the link?
I did not check, sir.
On the chat, yes, sir.
So I will still send the link again on the main platform, right? And the link is just to see all the apps that we have developed. You may be interested that you know where you can develop similar apps, or you want to adopt the one we have developed. It has a way of you branding it in your own business. If you want to do business with it on your own, you can do it. We program it that way. We have, for example, CBT exams. You have people who are doing JAMB, who are doing NECO, all those things. They can do it on those platforms. And you may become the agent of your site. Constance, Constance is not looking for more. You can become agent of all these apps in your site.
Sir, please, what is the platform? I beg. What is the name of the platform?
Very much interested,
on WhatsApp, please. Because I saw this information on my email.
Okay. I will send you the name of the platform where we have our apps.
We hear Mr. Lecturer, we have the voice of Mr. Clement now. When we go to the AI that bring us money, But you see now, many people will talk of meaning
I've been enjoying
self-assessment.
everything. I'm
They will use
swallowing everything. Please, I don't want to talk, sir.
within the Muti will have don't talk now because when you get to the level of money now, Nigeria.
Well, we should be able to understand. You can look at your environment and see something that you think, if they develop this for my school, I have people I want to market it to. You don't need to know how to do it. We will do it and deploy it to you. You go and market. The business in the world, this ChatGPT was done by some group of people. And today they are gaining from it. You may decide to publish an online book and create a market for it online. And if your book has value, people definitely will patronize the issue. So there are issues like ebooks, and even those who do research for people. You can use our app, generate the hypothetical case of it, and since you have sense, you sit with it and rewrite it. That's the issue I'm saying. If something can generate chapter 1 to 5 for you, I know those who write projects, some people charge up to 70, some people charge 80,000. And if you pay 5,000 to an app that generates chapter 1 to 5 for you, rather than spending 1 week, spending 1 month, 2 months to deliver project, you can now be delivering this project within 3 days. You are through everything. I design free prompt for you. If you follow it, you can use it to do chapter 1 to 5 of a PhD. And I use it to do 1 PhD thesis on library. I gave it to somebody free.
Sir, is there any for subscription?
Yes, you see, what we do on it is a ticket system. Okay, someone is raising, is it Constant that is raising up or motive?
I'm talking already. I'm saying, is there any? Is it a trial, or is this going
to be? What you do is there is a trial. There is a credit system. For example, if you buy 1,000 credit, it will give you, it will allow you to do CBT exam 10 times. And that's just the idea of, but different apps may be taking different credits based on what they are doing. Some may take more than 1 credit because of the nature. For example, you are generating project, you generate the first one, you went back again and regenerate because you change 1 variable. You know it's you that is and you say reprint. All those things will be eating credit. But what I'm saying basically is it's a system that allows you. But what we do is, those who wants to be a reseller, if you want to be a reseller, we sell 20 credit for you for 1,000 so that you can go and sell to another person. And so if you want to be a reseller, you just fill a certain link there, and with that link you will set your own shop, you will give it your own name. They won't see our own name there. It's your own name that will be bearing. So you can even give it a name that people don't know it is you that is the owner. And you can also tell people you want to write project. I know somewhere you can write project, to go to this place. It doesn't read your name. So when the person buy credit, the money gets to your own pocket. So these are models by which you can create money. And like also, you know, somebody is a teacher. We develop these lesson notes because we just know teachers are complaining the wahala they face every week to be writing lesson notes. And so we develop what can write 12 weeks lesson notes. And on this basis, you can take the business. If you know teachers who find it difficult to write lesson notes, you say, I know how to help you. And the AI will just tell you what is teaching, and you put it it will write the whole thing with graphics following the principle of lesson note writing, and he will go and look at it as a teacher and agree with the content, and then thereabout go and. So we are thinking about being funny. For example, the one we use for research assessor. If you know somebody who is battling how to settle, to sure whether this research is okay or this journal article you have written is okay, you can test it. It will tell you all the analysis of what you should go and correct, what is wrong, what is not right. It will tell you your rubric score. At least it's a good thing to know that even this project I did for this person is sound. Or you also want to know that this my article, if I submit it, it will be indexed. These are some of the things academically. So I don't know whether somebody has an idea that you think, if we do this idea, it go sell. That is about idea generation. It's also another topic. So our time is up, but somebody was trying to talk before Constance the other time, so I don't shut the person out. Is one person making any last comment?
Yes, I would like to. I've been on the call right from the beginning, and I would like to say that you have done justice to all that we require. And I want to thank you and sincerely appreciate you for the lecture. Be it as it may, I know that we cannot end it here, and that we have chosen, is it Dr. or Mr. Olatunji now as our class governor. And I'm sure that we'll get better day by day. Don't be discouraged, sir. We are with
Thank you.
and we are learning very fast. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
So next class we'll be talking about, well, we may do a revision. My advice is that let's get people in your area of influence that you know will benefit, so that when people join platform, you don't know the people who are really interested, but from what you have gained, you will know those who are your friends who can gain better. Share the WhatsApp link with them, and whenever we are hosting another class, they can also see the link to do so. So this is a convenient place to stop today. Happy night rest to all of us.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
sir.
So
Good
next
night.
time we have all covered our faces. There is a need to see us. You wave bye bye, but some of us may be on the bed now. Some of us may be somewhere else. But
Yeah.
if you are in a position to wave to anybody, do so that you start to know yourself and know some people.
Okay.
So, how are you?
Yeah, fine. Thank you. Good.
Okay. Thank you,
Good night.
sir. Good night.
Yeah, good night. So
Good night,
when
sir.
we see the name, we see it's well with all of us. Good night.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank
Thank you very much, Dr. Ruta. Say night.
Thank you.
You can send the link here.